You killed these people. You killed your family.
I did not kill my family.
Yes, you did.
Do I look like a total maniac to you people?
The way you're acting, yeah.
This murderous grandpa is near 60-year-old Donald Hartung. 2 days ago, Donald murdered his entire family in this rural home, leaving 3 people dead. And for all that time, he believed he'd gotten away with it all. Until now.
I am accusing you of doing it. I think you did it.
Why would I kill my own family?
Investigators initially thought that this triple homicide was the work of an insane, deluded old man. But right now, everyone in this interrogation room is about to realize that the Smith murders were something far, far worse.
And in some of these Wiccan things, especially this time of the year, in June, July, and August, when there's 2 full moons, sometimes they'll offer a sacrifice. Well, what's ironic about all this is that's the same way your family was killed.
They were what?
On July 31st, 2015, a supervisor at the Department of Homeland Security grew concerned when his employee, 49-year-old Richard Thomas Smith, failed to show up for work for 3 consecutive days. Richard was a workaholic, and him going radio silent was completely out of character. He contacted the Escambia County Sheriff's Office and requested a welfare check, but neither he nor the responding officers could have imagined what they were about to find. Richard lived with his mother, 77-year-old Von Seal Smith, and his brother, 47-year-old John, in a quiet neighborhood in Pensacola, Florida. When deputies arrived at the home, no one answered the door. They reached the only remaining immediate family member, Donald Hartung, Von Seal's eldest son from a prior marriage, and obtained permission to enter. And as soon as officers stepped inside, they were hit with the overwhelming stench of death. They knew instantly what that smell meant. But even they weren't prepared for the scene ahead. Inside, they discovered 3 bodies in 3 separate rooms. Each had been deliberately buried beneath piles of clothing in what appeared to be an attempt to delay discovery. All 3 had suffered targeted attacks, with the manner of death different for each family member. As investigators processed the scene, they found hallways smeared with blood and blood-soaked paper towels stuffed into trash cans, suggesting the killer had attempted to clean up. Among the debris, they also recovered cigarette butts, a small but critical piece of evidence that would ultimately help point them toward their killer. But for now, they began interviewing the last person who saw all 3 of them alive, Donald, the last surviving member of the family.
So I can get a picture of everything that's going on. I noticed that your last name's different than theirs. What's that all about? Are these your stepbrother?
They're my stepbrothers.
Okay. So you have a different dad, correct?
Right.
Who's your dad?
Donald Hartung.
Donald. Where does he live?
I have no idea.
Okay. Did you have a stepfather, I guess?
Yeah, I did.
Mr. Smith?
Richard Smith.
How did he pretty much raise you your whole life?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
How old were you when he came into your life?
7.
Oh,
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Young. Okay. What's your relationship with John and Richard? Do you have good relationships with them, or?
Yeah, we have great relationships.
I mean, do y'all do stuff together? Y'all get along?
Well, we don't really do a whole lot together. We all work all the time.
Oh, okay.
So.
Where does Richard work?
Richard? My stepdad?
No, Richard Thomas Smith, your brother.
Deceased.
Your brother.
He works out at the base.
What does he do out there?
He works for Homeland Security.
Okay, do you know what he does, right?
I don't really know. He don't never talk about what he does.
Oh, okay. Is he a very secretive person, or just he doesn't talk about work?
He never talks about work.
But he'll talk to you about anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about John? What's John like? What does he do?
Well, John, he works for Walmart.
Okay.
And he's been out there since the store opened on Mobile Highway.
The regular Walmart there?
The regular Walmart. He's been out there since they started that. And that's, he
So he's been there a long time.
Yeah, he's a code 10, whatever. What he does is he carries stuff, he's like a helper.
I got you.
Brings buggies in, stuff like that.
Does John have any problems or anything? Somebody said he might have a mental problem or something, or does he have any issues?
Not that I know of. I mean, when he was a child, I think they said hyperactive or something. They put him on Ritalin.
Okay, so he's not mentally handicapped or anything like that?
Not that, well, I don't think so. I don't see him that way.
Okay. He's a normal functioning adult?
He's a normal functioning adult.
He drives himself to and from work?
Oh, no. No, he can't drive.
Why not?
Mama won't let him drive.
Why?
She's afraid he might have an accident.
Why is that?
Well, he's a normal functioning adult, but I guess he's a little slow.
So he does have a he's a little mentally handicapped, maybe?
A little, yeah.
Okay.
John had a disability serious enough that he depended on his family for daily support. He couldn't drive and had been in special education as a child. His mother, Von Seal, was proud of the fact that he made it through high school. He'd worked at the same Walmart since the store opened and had to be driven to and from work every single day. Donald didn't see him that way. In fact, Donald didn't have a good relationship with either of his half-brothers. He resented them. At one point, John had exposed himself to Donald's young son, something that deeply affected Donald, especially given that he's now almost entirely estranged from that son. When Donald raised the issue with Von Seal, she dismissed it, which became something that festered for years with Donald. As for Richard, the issue was simpler. Richard was the most independent and successful of the three brothers. He worked for Homeland Security, owned his own vehicle, and had a career, something Donald couldn't stand to see. But grudges alone don't explain what happened here, because in the end, there was something far more serious that pushed Donald to act.
When was the last time you saw your family?
Tuesday, I went over. I always go over on Tuesday to take my dog and let her run. I went over there I went a little earlier than usual. Sometimes I don't go over to about 3. But I went over a little bit earlier, and I got there probably about 1 or 1:30. And I stayed pretty much out in the yard playing with the dogs, go in, talk to Mama, watch television together. She loves QVC. She watches it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts it on the news, and I fix dinner for them every Tuesday. Well, I usually stay and watch the news with Mama and leave after that.
Well, you watch the 5 o'clock news,
yeah.
5:30 news, 6
right.
o'clock, which one?
Well, normally we watch the national news.
At 5:30?
At 5:30, and then I leave right after that. And that's about what time I left, was I'd say between 5:30 and 6, right in there.
Okay. Where'd you go after that?
Home.
Okay. What'd you do Wednesday?
Wednesday? Nothing. I don't ever do nothing. I sit right there at the house. I'm with my dog. I got up and went to work.
What time do you work on?
I work 3 to 11.
Oh, you work the evening shift?
Yes, sir.
According to Donald, he came to the house on Tuesday, July 28th to cook his usual dinner, fried chicken, corn, green beans, and biscuits. He claimed they ate early, around 4, cleaned up, watched some Fox News with their mother, and that he left between 5:30 and 6 p.m., before Richard even got home from work. Except that's not what the evidence shows. Richard clocked out of work at 6:38 that evening. His last outgoing phone call was logged at 6:46. A neighbor also reported seeing Donald's car still at the house well after Richard had arrived, and arriving late at night with the headlights off. So right away, his timeline doesn't exactly hold up.
Did you talk to anybody in your family Wednesday?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Well, I don't usually talk to them.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't. I might call Mama every once in a while.
Let me ask you this. In a week's time, how often do you talk to your mom or your brother?
Usually, I might talk to her maybe on the phone once a week, and then I'm over there they know I'm coming every Tuesday.
Okay. So are you off every Tuesday?
I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays.
Mondays and Tuesdays. And the rest of the time you work 3 to 11?
Yes.
Have you tried to get a hold of your brother or anybody since Tuesday? Have you called anybody?
No, I haven't called anybody. I mean, I haven't tried to call my brother. The only phone calls I've made, I think I called the bank.
Okay, you haven't tried to call your mom either? Okay.
No, well, yeah, I did. He asked me to call her today when he got over there, so I called her when he came over, but that...
Who?
The sheriff's deputy.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, he asked me to call when he came over to see if I could get him to pick up the phone when he came over and woke me up.
Okay.
And And I called and nobody answered, so.
Do you think that was weird?
Yeah, because Mama always answers the phone. Mama's always there. She's always home.
Can she get around?
Oh, yeah, but you have to be careful. She falls. She'll fall on you if you're not careful.
Okay. Does she have a little walker or anything?
No, she don't have that, but she'll every once in a while she'll lose her balance and fall.
Did they tell you how your folks, your family over there was killed?
Killed? They said they were deceased, and they never told me how they were killed.
They're dead, and it looks like they were killed.
Killed.
Mm-hmm.
How were they killed?
It looked like they were shot.
Shot.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Well, it looked like they were shot. It's hard to tell because there was a lot of clothes on top of them.
Clothes on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Were they robbed? Or?
I don't think so.
It just looks like somebody just came in and shot them.
Yeah, it looks like somebody knew him, whoever did it.
Well, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that they know.
No.
Could have been anybody.
Were they having problems with anybody? Was John having problems with anybody or RT?
Not recently. Not that I know of.
Were you having problems with him at all?
No. I haven't had any problems with them. We're not having any problems.
So something didn't happen when you were over there Tuesday night and you killed him?
No. Nothing happened.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because if something happened, now's the time to tell me.
I would not kill my mother and my brothers.
Okay.
I mean, why would I do something like that?
I don't know. I don't know you.
Well, I understand that. I know that's true. But I wouldn't do something like that. I'd never harm my family.
I don't know about you, but if anyone is told that their entire family has been killed, you'd expect to at least see a single tear. Donald shows nothing. Doesn't ask how it happened, who did it, or even appears concerned. And as the interview continues, that indifference only becomes more apparent.
How does it make you feel to hear that your family was killed?
Makes me feel pretty bad.
I mean, you don't seem
Well,
that upset.
I've got to control myself here.
Okay.
So I've got to take care of this. So that's what I'm doing. I'll get it later.
Okay.
I don't want it. I'm just trying not to even look at it right now
Why?
because I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got no family. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I was very close to my mother. You know, my father left me when I was a baby. She raised me. And I was very, very close to my mother.
Right.
And I can't imagine not being able to see her.
Well, you won't. I mean, she's gone.
I know.
And you didn't have anything to do with that?
No, sir. I would never harm anybody in my family. I love my mother and I love my brothers. And I love my dad just like if he was my own father. I mean, my real father. He was my own father. I would never harm my family. Never. Never harm my mother. Or my brothers.
Did you get jealous because they're all living there with your mom? And Maybe feeling left out since you live over there by yourself?
No. Been over there for 15 years. I love my house. I love my place.
Is that your house? You own it?
No, I don't. I rent it, but I've been renting it for 15 years.
I got you.
It's low rent. I mean, it's not real expensive. And I take good care of it, keep it painted and everything. On the inside, I do all the inside stuff. And no, I wasn't jealous about that at all. I don't care nothing. I don't want nothing to do with that house. I don't want nothing to do with that house at all.
Why?
Because my mom's died in there.
Oh, okay.
Pretty ironic that Donald says he didn't want anything to do with the house, considering that within weeks, he had already begun filing to settle his brother's estates and distribute assets. And if you like watching guilty people like Donald try to talk their way out of murder, you're in the right place. Subscribe. It helps us more than you realize.
Does anybody live with you or anything?
No.
You live by yourself?
Yes, sir.
Does anybody live in your house next door to you?
Yeah, I got neighbors.
Think they might have seen your car at home or something?
They might have. I can't say. I didn't see them when I came home.
Okay.
I came home, went to the mailbox, and went right on in the house like we always do.
Was it daylight or dark when you got home?
Still daylight.
Okay. That was my partner that called me, and he was telling me they got in the house. He was telling me how they were killed, and they were shot to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't do it. I didn't kill my family.
Whoever killed him, because your brother's just sitting there in his chair, and somebody probably just shot him. Whoever shot him had to know him, because he didn't think they were a threat. He was just sitting there minding his own business watching TV.
Well, that
So
makes
was your
sense,
mother.
but I didn't do it.
Who else would they let in their house and would be comfortable with in their house? And then John gets home, and then RT gets home, and then you're probably still there waiting on him.
No, sir. I did not kill my family. I did not kill my family. I love my family. I love my mother very much. I would never harm anybody in my family. Now, I don't know how this happened. I don't know nothing about it. All I know is y'all come and got me this morning. I went over there, and now you're telling me that they've all been shot.
That's where we're at.
I didn't shoot anybody. I have never shot anybody.
It's a little hard for me to believe because your mother's pretty much the only family you got.
Yes.
And you've shown no emotion the whole time you've been in here. And you've known that they've been dead. I mean, it's like you almost prepared yourself for this. You've had days to prepare yourself for this.
Yes, sir. I'll show plenty of emotion when the time's right.
Well, why would they be covered up with like this much clothes put on top of them?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I mean, it makes no sense for somebody to come in there, a total stranger, and to kill them the way that they were killed and put that much stuff on top of them. Makes no sense whatsoever. Whoever did this...
It makes no sense for me to go in there and do something like that either.
Why?
Why?
You know them.
Of course I know them. I love them. That's my family.
Exactly. And you couldn't stand the thought of sitting there seeing them after you killed them, so you put this stuff over them. Now the question is, why would you kill them?
I have no reason to kill my family. I've been going over there for years and years and years. Why would I kill my mother? Why would I kill my brothers? Why would I kill my own family?
Why wouldn't you? You have no
Because
family.
I'm not crazy.
When cops questioned neighbors, they told them that the only person they ever saw come in and out of the house was Donald, and at this moment, This is the sequence of events they believe took place. Here's what actually happened that Tuesday. After dinner, John was sitting in the back room watching television. Donald attacked him with a claw hammer. He turned to Von Seal next. He attacked her with the same hammer, then murdered her and dragged her down into John's bedroom. Then, Donald waited. When Richard walked through the door after work, Donald shot him with a 9mm Ruger. The shot didn't kill him immediately as Richard fought back. Ultimately, Donald overpowered him and killed him too. He buried each individual under piles of clothing and drove home in the dark with his headlights off.
You're going to come in here and tell me
that
you didn't kill him, and you're sitting there, and I've told you that your mom was shot and drugged to her bedroom, and you're going to sit here and not show any emotion whatsoever?
I've got emotion, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Now,
you killed these people. You killed your family.
No, I didn't.
Why?
I did not kill my family.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
How can you sit there and have no remorse about what's happened, show no emotion?
But right now, I'm kind of feeling like I'm being accused of something here that I didn't do.
Accusing you of doing it. I think you did it.
I did not do it. Why would I do it? Why would I kill my own family?
Get some money. Who knows?
Get some money? I could have. Mama would have given me any money I wanted. If I'd have needed money, I would have asked Mama for it.
And she'd have just given it to you.
Well, sure she would have.
Has she done that before in the past?
Yes, many times.
How much has she given you?
Lord, I couldn't say for sure. I guess. Oh, well, she helped me get my air conditioner fixed on my car. She gave me $1,200 for that.
You have to pay her back?
Sometimes I pay her back, but not all the time. She don't ask me to pay her back, but sometimes I pay her back anyway. And on the air conditioner, I think I paid her back part of it, but not all of it. So, if I needed money, all I had to do was ask. Mama would have given me any money that I needed. But I didn't need any money. If I needed money, she would have given it to me. I tell you that right now. Right now. My mom would have given me anything I wanted. Anything. There ain't nothing that she wouldn't have done or given for me. Now, I love my mama to death, and how somebody got in there or why they got in there, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you smoke?
Yes, I do.
What kind of cigarettes you smoke?
305s.
305s?
Yeah.
What are those in those purple packs?
Yep, I got one right here.
All right. Does anybody else smoke at your house?
No.
What does your mom smoke?
No, not every once in a while, maybe one.
Like how often? Like one a day?
Whenever I'm there, she don't keep any in the house. I'll give her one every once in a while, but she didn't want the boys to know.
Does she smoke inside?
Yeah.
Or outside?
Inside.
She'll smoke in the house?
Yeah.
Do you smoke in the house when you're over there?
Yeah. Sometimes I do. Like I say, most of the time I go outside, play with Zena while I smoke a cigarette, but yeah, I do smoke inside.
Does John smoke at all?
John don't smoke, and neither does RT.
Okay.
And they'd have a fit if they knew Mama smoked, probably.
But they don't care that you smoke in the house?
Well, no, John wouldn't say anything, and Mama would never do it when RT was around.
Okay.
She quit smoking years ago, supposedly, but I give her a cigarette or two every once in a while.
Joel, let me ask you this. Did she smoke any cigarettes Tuesday?
Yes, she did. She had one cigarette.
Let me ask you this. What do you do with the cigarettes when you're done with them?
Throw them in the trash.
Inside?
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody was talking to me and saying you killed your mom and your brothers. I'd tell them off. I'd be mad.
Well, I know better.
And you're sitting over there, and you haven't shed one tear, hadn't said nothing, hadn't got mad, shown no emotion about none of this. And you expect me to sit here and believe you didn't kill those people?
I sure do, because I didn't.
Well, I don't.
And I'm not going to attack some sheriff's deputy because my mother has been killed. So I know you didn't do it.
No. I didn't know you or your family till today.
That's right.
And now I have to sit here and try and figure out who killed your mother and your two brothers.
Yes, you do, and I hope you do it soon.
Well, I promise you this, I'm going to find out.
I know
And
you will.
if you did it, I'm going to find out and I'm going to put you in jail.
I would not harm my family, sir, for nothing in this world.
After this, officers collected Donald's DNA and ended the interview. That DNA would later match samples found on the same cigarette butts discarded at the crime scene. Donald had smoked cigarettes while cleaning up after his murder spree. Investigators also obtained a search warrant for Donald's home. Inside, they recovered the clothes he'd worn during the killings, items that tested positive for blood, along with ammunition, though no firearm was found. But one discovery stood out: a room set up for Wiccan worship with candles, figurines, books, a Ouija board, and the whole 9 yards. Wicca is a modern pagan religion centered on nature and spirituality. Donald had been practicing it in secret for about 3 years, and his family had no idea. On its own, that wouldn't mean much, but 3 days after the murders, on July 31st, a blue moon was set to occur, which is considered an important and highly magical time in Wicca and paganism. So were these practices one of the motives behind Donald's spree? And why did the timing coincide with the blue moon? To answer these exact questions, Donald was brought back in for another interrogation, with detectives wondering if the man sitting in front of them was as occult as he was insane.
How had your relationship been with your family lately?
Fantastic.
No problems?
No problems. I have no problems with my family at all.
At your house, another investigator was telling me about it, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I guess you have a Ouija board and some stuff in your house?
Yeah, I do have a Ouija board. I have a prayer room.
Are you Wiccan or?
Yeah, I'm a Wiccan.
You are?
I've been a Wiccan for about 3 years.
Have you?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a pagan religion. It's based on nature.
What? I'm not familiar with it. Can you explain it a little bit more for me?
Well, you celebrate different seasonal times, like
Seasonal changes?
yeah, like different holidays. You know, like when it's autumn equinox, and spring equinox, and stuff like that. It's a very old religion.
Yeah. Does it have to do with like moon phases and stuff like that?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
There's a lot to do with moon phases.
Like what?
Well, it's just certain times when you have Sabbats and stuff like that.
What is a Sabbath?
Sabbat is a worship ceremony
Uh-huh.
that you hold.
And what does that consist of?
Prayers. Mostly prayers. It's usually done in a circle. And you just thank the God and the Goddess for providing for you and keeping you safe.
How'd you get into that?
I just saw a movie, got me interested in it, so I went up there to Books A Million and I bought a book on it.
Is it just like a single thing, or is there a group?
No, it's a solitary thing. It's not a group.
Does your mom or brother do it also, or is
No.
Are they aware?
Mama
that
would have
you're-
probably had a fit if she knew that I was.
Really?
I didn't go around telling people that I was doing Wiccan.
So they weren't aware of that.
No.
That Wiccan stuff, in these ceremonies or whatever you do you have anything like sacrifices or anything?
No, there's no in Wicca.
Really?
No. The Wiccan Rede is, and it harm none, do as you please. That's the Wiccan Rede. That's the basis of Wicca.
But what if you're having one of these services or whatever that you're talking about, or these seasonal
Like a Sabbath?
changes? Yeah.
Or an esbat.
Yeah.
That's just a ceremonial thing. It's no involving, not killing anything or harming anything.
Well, I did some reading up on it.
You do the 4 points: the north, the east, the south, and the west. And those are the 4 cardinal points. Then you call the elements to come and to assist you, and then you pray to the God and the goddess, and that's about it.
What are these elements?
Earth, air, fire, and water.
I did some reading on it before I talked to you about it. And in some of these Wiccan things, like especially this time of the year, in June, July, and August, or July and August, when there's two full moons, sometimes they'll offer a sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, I don't offer sacrifices ever.
Well, it described it the way that...
It's a blue moon. It's a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's very, very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare time of the year.
Last time it happened was how long ago?
Oh, I don't know.
3 years ago?
Well, it wasn't too long ago. I don't remember hearing about it on the radio, but I couldn't tell you exactly when it was.
Well, it's kind of interesting what they do. They...
I don't know
and then
anything
they
about
cover
that.
them. Then they cover them to keep them warm.
I don't know anything about that. I mean, I've never sacrificed.
read it
I wouldn't
tonight.
hurt a chicken. I wouldn't hurt nothing.
Keep in mind that Donald practiced Wicca alone. He didn't attend ceremonies or rituals with any other members. But detectives aren't interested in the theology. They are interested in his beliefs and want to draw parallels between that and what they found at the crime scene.
Well, what's ironic about all this is that's the same way your family was killed.
That's the same way my family was killed.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
No,
How were they killed?
I just explained it to you.
Tell me again, please. They were what?
Why don't you tell me what you did to them?
I didn't do anything to my family,
Yeah,
sir.
you did. We're not going to go through that again. You did, okay?
No, sir.
I've been over to the house. I've looked at everything. You went over there and you killed your mother. Then you killed your brother. And then you waited and RT got home and you killed him. Okay?
No, sir.
And you killed them all the same way.
They were.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I thought you said they were dead.
I did tell you that last time.
I don't do animal sacrifices, and I sure didn't sacrifice my family. If you think Wicca's got something to do with this, you're way out there. I would never hurt anything. Never. I sure wouldn't.
Have you been in your right frame of mind lately?
Yeah. I've been in my right frame of mind lately. As far as I know, I have. I do the same thing I always do. I haven't done anything any different.
Mm-hmm. So don't you think it's pretty much a coincidence that you're a Wiccan and your family's killed like a Wiccan sacrifice?
I don't know anything about Wiccan sacrifices. I don't know a thing about anything like that.
If you know about the blue moon and all that kind of stuff, you do.
Well, I know about the blue moon. I know it's full moons, but it's been all over the radio.
I never hear it on the radio. I listen to the radio every day, all day. Have you ever heard about that on the radio?
I just ran across it on the internet. That's the only way I know about it.
Yeah, it's been on the radio. The only thing I listen to is talk shows. That's the main thing I listen to. And the only time I listen to them is when I'm at work.
Were you mad at your mom?
No. Why would I be mad at my mother?
Well, you'd have to be to... Yeah,
I thought you said that
they did.
they're in.
Yeah.
don't know anything about this.
Let me ask you this: What would somebody gain to go to your? Why single out your mom and two brothers? What for? You know what I'm saying? Why would somebody go there to that house and go in there and just for some random thing kill everybody inside?
I don't know why anybody would do something like that.
You know what? When I come in here and talk to you, because I've never met you, Donald.
That's right.
And I've seen you, but, you know, your behavior is extremely odd for somebody that's just lost their entire family. I mean, you don't seem very emotional about it. Like, you know what I mean? You're very just matter of fact, not upset. And that just may be the way you are, but I just find it very odd.
Draining blood and covering bodies has nothing to do with Wiccan practice, but the detective is trying to rattle Donald by making it more extreme than it needs to be. But arguing with a psychopath like Donald about his beliefs is like arguing with a brick wall.
Okay, you know all about touch DNA and all that stuff. I'm sure you watch TV.
I know a little bit. Yeah, I do watch TV, but I don't know too much about
DNA. The stuff that we
DNA.
recovered is going to have Donald's fingerprints on it. It's going to have Donald's DNA sweat, just like when I hold this phone, it's going to be on there. All stuff that you normally do not touch and stuff that you can't explain is what I'm telling you. And we know that. Everybody knows it. The only question
There's
is
not going to be anything over there with any sweat off of me on it. I can tell you that right. The only thing that you'll find over there that might have sweat off of me is the claws that I use when I wipe my face and mess when I'm cooking. Because that's the only sweat that I do is when I'm cooking when it's hot. That's it.
You know,
well, I mean, I go outside mess and I sweat.
We were talking about helping John wash clothes and stuff like that.
Well, when I said I helped him wash clothes, John washes the clothes.
Okay.
I help him put them away.
The stuff is still in the dryer, in the washer.
Is it?
Yeah. It's 3 hand towels.
Well, yeah, but he probably, when Mama gets something from QVC, she puts it in the washer right then.
It's 3 hand towels. These are old hand towels.
Is that right?
Mm.
Well, I mean, it could have been stuff that he had left on the machine when I got there too. You know. I mean, do I look like some kind of a blooming maniac to you people?
What Donald had been holding on to was far simpler than any ritual. According to a jailhouse informant named Marlon Purifoy, Donald confessed that he had been planning to kill his family for 3 to 4 years. The motive traced back to 2012 when Von Seal removed him from her will. The will, prepared by her attorney, stated plainly that she was leaving him nothing not for lack of love, but because she believed he had sufficient assets of his own. Rather, she gave shares to Richard and John. That decision ate Donald alive, because if both brothers were dead, he would be the sole surviving heir to an estate valued at over $895,000. So he waited and planned until he had the perfect opportunity to murder everyone.
Let me explain something to you. Your mother was sitting in her chair, okay, when she was killed. So whoever killed her, she was comfortable being around.
That would take a monster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no monster. I did not do this, y'all. I did not do this. I did not kill my mother in some kind of Wiccan ritual or whatever. The Wicca that I know, it doesn't involve anything like that.
Let me ask you this. What you sit there and say that you think a monster would do this at the house.
I think a monster would do this.
Okay. Well, what kind of monster would clean up after it and try to conceal it?
That would be clean up and try to conceal it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy.
And then somebody's going to put all these blankets and stuff on them.
Blankets?
Mm-hmm. Like I was explaining to you about the Wiccan ritual, they cover them to keep them warm after they kill them.
I don't know nothing about no ritual like that.
I mean, what kind of, I mean, who does that?
A crazy person does that.
Let me ask you this. Why, if somebody did this that didn't know your family, why would they just sit there, your mother and your brother John, and just let somebody kill them? Why would they do that? Makes no sense, does it?
Makes no sense. I agree.
Okay? They had to be totally comfortable with whoever was in that house.
I guess they did.
No, they had to have been.
Well, I mean,
otherwise
I'm
they wouldn't
sure
be
they were.
sitting there and let somebody bash. Okay? They had to be totally comfortable with whoever was in the house. Neighbors say nobody comes and goes over there. The only person they ever see come and go over there is you.
I go over there about
You were over
Tuesday.
there Tuesday,
Yes.
like he told you earlier. Your brother was killed in the clothes that he wore at work Tuesday. Okay? Nobody has seen these people since Tuesday, since you saw them.
I was the last one to see him alive.
Yeah. So how are you going to sit there and tell us that you didn't kill them when you were the last one to see them? They trusted you, and you killed them. They didn't think anything of it. They didn't know it was coming.
I love my parents.
I'm sure you did.
I
But
love
you
my
killed
mom
them.
and my brothers, and I did not kill them. I did not kill them. I would never harm my mother, never hurt my brothers, never.
You might have thought you were doing it for the right reasons, for a Wiccan or whatever.
No, it's got nothing to do. I mean, the Wiccan that I
In
do
your
ain't got
mind,
nothing
you
to
may
do with
not
nothing
think
like
you
that.
killed them. You may think you just sacrificed them.
I did not. I did not. I don't sacrifice anything. I
Son
have
of a
never
bitch.
sacrificed anything in my entire life. Ever. I've never killed. I would not hurt. I would not. I wouldn't hurt anything.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Did you move any furniture or anything while you were over there Tuesday?
No, sir. I didn't move any furniture.
Move any rugs or anything?
No, sir.
Clothes, hangers, nothing.
No.
Drag your mom down the hall.
No, sir. Drag my mom down the hall.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Was she in her chair?
To start with, she was.
No, sir. I didn't drag my mom down the hall. I did not harm my family, not my brothers or my mother. And I know this Wiccan stuff to y'all must look real out there.
Yeah.
But I swear to you, I have never, ever sacrificed anything in my life. Ever. I would never harm an animal or its neck or anything like that. I don't know where y'all got that information from, but that ain't the kind of Wicca that I know.
Who knows that you're Wiccan?
Nobody. I'm a solitary practitioner. Nobody knows that I'm a Wiccan.
No. Know anybody else? Let me ask you this. Do you know anybody else that's a Wiccan?
No, sir. I don't know. I'm a solitary, what they call a solitary practitioner. I don't know anybody else that's a Wiccan. I'm not a member of a coven or anything like that. I don't have nothing to do with anything like that.
Are there such thing as Wiccan groups in this area?
If there is, I don't know about it. I mean, I'm not saying there's not. Wiccans don't exactly go around advertising. So I wouldn't even know how to go about finding out if there was a Wiccan group in this area.
The Blue Moon angle makes for a great headline, but at this point, it's clear that was never the story. Rather, this was about money and resentment. Donald was desperate to get his hands on that inheritance paycheck he'd been excluded from. And to make matters worse, From his perspective, the two brothers he absolutely despised were the ones who got it in his stead.
How can you explain no forced entry into the house? Both your brother and your mom are killed while they're sitting down as if they knew who was in the house.
I can't explain that, sir. I cannot explain that.
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that they knew who it was that killed them. And usually when it's something like this, when it's covered up, it's usually that the person doesn't want to look at their family member that they killed because they have some kind of heart deep down and they cover them up because they're ashamed of what they've done.
You mentioned that to me earlier, but I had nothing to do with any of this.
No local family that lives here.
None.
Because if this was just the street, they go in there and kill them, rummage through their shit, run out the door. They wouldn't clean up. They wouldn't cover your mom and your brothers up. Anything that like that points to a family member. Really, it points to you, Donald, pretty much.
I know it does. I know it does, and that's why I'm here. I know it points to me, but I did not kill my family.
Okay.
Okay? And I have no idea who did. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know of anybody that they know that they would have trusted that much. I don't know of any other than family.
That's the whole thing, though, is like you live local, you live right down the street, but you have no connection with your family hardly. You see your mom once a week. You don't hardly talk to her on the phone. You don't know shit about
I see her
RT.
a little bit more than that. I mean, I'm over there for all the holidays and stuff like that. The family gets together for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and we all work.
Okay.
We work all the time.
holidays.
John gets one holiday a year. You know?
Sounds like he's a hard worker. Does it
Right.
seem like mom loved your half brothers more than she loved you?
No, never. It never seemed like my
it's
mom
odd
loved my brothers more
to
than
me
she loved me.
because
She loved all of us.
QVC shit is like all in their rooms. Like she buys them stuff all the time. Does she give you any of that stuff?
She buys me stuff. She gets me stuff from QVC.
Would you be surprised if I told you that she spent $6,000 last month on QVC?
I'd be shocked. No idea Mama was spending money like that.
Would you be mad that your inheritance is being blown on QVC?
Hell no. I don't give a damn about no inheritance.
Does mom have an insurance policy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does mom have a will?
I think she has a will.
You
I think
so?
after Daddy died, she made a will. But I've never seen it.
Do you know what you're entitled to in that will?
I have no idea what I'm entitled to in any will. And I had no idea Mama spent $6,000 on QVC. I mean, I knew she was buying stuff, but I thought it was just a little, like a shirt here and a pair of pants there and a trinket here and a trinket there.
You realize on something, case like this, the insurance company calls the sheriff's office and wants to know if you're a suspect.
I would imagine they probably would. I mean,
In an instance like this, is basically that we can't clear you at this moment of this homicide, and they're not going to pay you.
I don't give a damn whether they pay me ever or not. I don't care. I am not worried about I don't even know if Mama's even got a life insurance policy. If she has, she ain't never told me about it. So you're insinuating that I killed my family to get their life insurance policy?
I have no idea. You just,
Do I look like a total maniac to you people?
Yeah. The way you're acting, yeah.
yes.
I didn't know that Mama had a life insurance. I didn't know that she had a life insurance policy or not, but I would imagine maybe she did. I mean, it's what you're saying. I'm sorry. I know she had a life insurance policy on me and John and RT. through Prudential. It was a small life insurance policy only to bury us with if anything ever happened to us. But other than that, I couldn't tell you the name of any insurance company or anything like that because I don't know any.
Did you drag your mom down a hallway?
No, sir.
Did you try and move either one of your brothers after they were killed?
No.
Did you try and clean up anything in that house?
No, sir. I was not there. I don't know anything about anything being cleaned up.
When was the last time you were at that house since Tuesday?
The Tuesday before.
No. Have you been there since this past Tuesday?
No, sir. The only time I was there was when we went over there when the sheriff's deputy come and got me this morning.
Okay. Are we going to find anything in your car from that house?
I don't think so. I ain't got nothing in my car from that house.
Okay.
There ain't nothing in my car from that house. In fact, there ain't nothing in my car hardly, except for a bunch of old tools and a pair of sunshades maybe. Is there anything else that I can answer for you?
Why'd you kill him?
I did not kill my family, sir. I would never hurt my mother.
On January 29, 2020, 4.5 years after the murders, a jury deliberated for just 4 hours before finding Donald Hartung guilty on all 3 counts of first-degree premeditated murder. During sentencing, Donald spoke publicly for the first time, delivering a 45-minute speech claiming innocence. He told the judge the jury was duped. The judge disagreed. He was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. Our thoughts are with Richard, John, and everyone who loved Von Seal. We hope you enjoyed today's video. 85% of our viewers aren't subscribed, so if this is the kind of content you come back for, just hit subscribe. It's the single biggest thing you can do to support the channel. If you want to keep watching more, check out one of the most intense cases we've ever covered right here, or catch up on our latest upload right here.